If you are interested in acquiring any of my Overkill's tutorial guides from Microsoft Flight Simulator, or simply interested in supporting the channel, please consider joining us on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides, as well as any future releases that come down the road. Patreon link can be found in the description below.
Hello you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Forgive some of the noise in my voice, you guys. I am unfortunately battling a cold, so I will do my best to keep any of those icky sounds off the camera, but you guys know how it goes. Really annoying too, because it's just in my nose and in my face, and other than that, I would feel fine. So today we are back with the Pimax Crystal. They released a new public firmware, you guys. The firmware was updated, and the performance difference in Microsoft Flight Simulator has been absolutely amazing. I want to remind everyone, I am not on the 4090. A lot of these reviews and things like that you guys see in regards to the Crystal are using the 4090, which with the 4090 you can push just about anything. With the 4080, it's more of a general consumer video card. It's down in price. It's down to about, anywhere from $1,200 to $1,400, depending on where you get it, rather than the $2,000, $2,200 and up. Not saying the 4090 isn't the way to go, but obviously not everybody has that budget. So me being able to run this kind of frame rate on the Crystal in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, right now we're out in the Caribbean, so we're obviously not, over New York or somewhere like that. But right now I'm using OpenXR. And I am pegged right now at 60 frames per second. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and get the aircraft started. I'm not going to go through the entire start procedure. We're just going to sort of cheat it out. There we go. I'm just going to see how everything's working here. All right, parking brakes are released. So we're back out in the Caribbean, like I said. We're not really doing a full detailed flight here. I haven't been set up for VR. I don't know if I told you guys. I'm redoing all of my control mappings in RS, or not, I almost said RS Mapper, that's funny. In SPAD.next. And the reason why is I sort of want to set things up for a more broad approach, really. For VR specifically. Yeah, you guys, this is so clear. The thing that I am absolutely amazed about with this latest release of the Crystal is the Crystal's already amazing. Its pictures, the depth and color, and I'm sure you guys have probably watched other reviews, the depth and color is astonishing with the Crystal. I mean, it looks better, honestly, right now, especially anything that's in the sweet spot, looks better than it does on the 2D monitor. Or at least mine, anyway. The colors are the blacks are blacks, the shadows are shadows, and that's what gives you, the nice depth. Let's turn her around. Come here, baby. Yo, come on. That's right. Yo, power brake it. There we go. Come on. There we go. Okay. Boy, it's been a while. Gosh, it's been a while. I normally like to use the Crystal in the motion pit. But I have found that a lot of you guys don't particularly like the VR recording from the motion pit, and that's because I think more or less I can't keep my head still. So, here we go, airspeed alive. 80, rocking out. Come on. Apparently, let's see if I can find my landing gear handle. It's like reaching for something in the dark. It is so smooth. It's crystal clear. Ha! See what I did there, Crystal? And I absolutely, especially while recording, in the previous video, you guys, if you guys watched my previous video on the Crystal, it would be my initial release on it. I got a lot of stuttering, especially when trying to record. Now, it still looked absolutely gorgeous. It looked stunning, but the frame rate that I'm seeing right now is perfect. Absolutely no stuttering whatsoever. Everything's just running smooth as glass. And of course, the colors. And I'm running a pretty high resolution. Again, I'm using OpenXR to control my resolution. And And I want to say, if memory serves, I am just above 4K is about what I'm running at it. Or sorry, just below 4K, I think. And again, because I'm on the 4080, but all of my graphics settings inside the sim are high or above. Many of them are set to ultra. We'll come over here and do a quick flight out over here. I think that we have a runway out in front of us. Hello. Looking all around. Very, very smooth. Absolutely smooth as glass. This new firmware, they knocked it out of the park. This is so big of an improvement from the last time I flew with the Crystal. This is definitely one worth mentioning. This is definitely one that I'm very, very happy to share with you guys. I suppose I probably don't need to be cranking at full RPM, huh? Got focused on the Crystal. And what's nice is even looking over at the GNS 530, just sort of glancing, I can read everything that's on it. Let's see if I can find mine in the dark here. Let's see here, there's that. I don't think I have it mapped to this profile. That's definitely it. I think that's it. Yeah, that's definitely it. But I don't think I have it on this profile. Oh. And then turning your head rapidly. Now again, obviously you're going to see some performance differences in you know, the larger cities. It really doesn't matter what headset you use in the larger cities. New York, Los Angeles, you're going to see a difference. You're going to see some loss and degradation in performance. You may have to scale things down a little bit in order to compensate for that. But the last one, I think my initial review I did in Tucson, which honestly, guys, it just doesn't require that much to fly VR in Tucson. We're not a very big city. There's our runway. I knew there was one out here. But the colors are just... I think that's probably everybody's favorite part about the Crystal is the colors. The colors are so nice. The colors are nice, and then the clarity, obviously, that follows it. Being able to simply glance my eyes down. And I'm not even using the eye tracking right now, you guys. We're going to do a whole separate video on eye tracking. I'm not using it right now. It's just default bone and raw here. And when I look down, just using my eyes, I can see, for example, my vertical speed indicator. I can see the slip indicator. I can read the voltage meter. I can read the altitude meter for vertical speed, or altitude target. You guys know what I'm talking about. Again, battling a cold, talking like an idiot for a second. Let's fly this thing like a fighter for a minute here. I love the Mooney. Mooney is so much fun. It looks amazing. Gosh, this looks so good. Looks stunning. I'm blown away. I really am. Such a huge difference from what it was the last time that we flew in Microsoft Flight Simulator in the Crystal on the 4080. I'm also running the 3900 XT as my processor, guys, so it's not like I have the strongest, fastest processor, not by any means. And it's smooth as can be. Tell you what, let's step the game up a little bit here, just to put it through its paces to say I did my diligence. Whoa, trim wheel works. Trying to get to where I can safely go for the mouse. I need a left-handed mouse. Let's add some weather, shall we? Let's turn live weather off. And let's do, I don't know, scattered clouds. There we go, sure, why not? Alright, so scattered clouds, everything got super dark, like there's actually a need to use the lights now. And I lost 4 frames per second. I'm at 54 frames per second. Still smooth as glass all the way through the motions. I bet I sound goofy as hell on the microphone doing that. Looks great. All the shadows and everything like that. Just clear as day. Let's go ahead and land it. If I can find my landing gear. Where are we at? Yeah, we're in the white arc. Oh, I knocked something off I didn't want to knock off. Wonder what that was. I thought that was the knob to my landing gear handle. I think it was. It totally was. Oh, feels like that came off. I'm going to have to fix that. That's all right. We'll adjust that. My wind wing takeoff panel. It's like I lost the landing gear handle to it. Watching our airspeed. Got to be careful because I don't have the speed brakes bound. No loss of performance whatsoever all the way through this. And it looks so smooth. Gosh, it's so smooth. Ooh, baby. Here we go. Is butter. Give me butter. Ooh, yeah. Beautiful. And it's smooth all the way through. And again, I recognize that I'm in the Caribbean. I truly do. I recognize that. I recognize there aren't big mountains, big buildings, and things like that. But that's part of why we added the clouds. The point is that even when I added the clouds, and actually, like even down here on the deck here, I know you guys can't see it, but through OpenXR, I have a frame rate counter that's currently displaying on the screen. I'm back up to 58 frames per second on the ground. And I would have expected on the ground for it to get even worse. So definitely a huge improvement over their previous firmware version. This was very, very welcomed. I'm going to be putting it through the paces. We will be flying with it again this week. And the next one, we will do something like Los Angeles and do a stress test with it. But I wanted to show you guys the difference, and I wanted to give you my experience of it. And, you know, I have been battling for a while which one is the better of the two, whether that be the Pimax 8KX or the Crystal. Now, the Crystal, by far, the clarity, far superior. The coloring, far superior. But obviously, the 8KX has a much wider field of view. I don't know why I taxied all the way down here. I didn't need to, but oh well. You know what? We'll just stop the aircraft. It's just us here talking. The field of view is better, but the performance in my 8KX was significantly better. You know, it's been a battle for me to decide, you know, how to bounce this out. This latest firmware, I think, just changed that because this is phenomenal. I've got far more testing to do. Far more paces to put it through, but I wanted to show you guys the difference that I've already noticed. This was definitely game-changing. It definitely made me much more excited about being in the Crystal again, and now we've got some wiggle room to play with to get things really looking nice and performing awesome. So anyways, guys, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you're interested in the Pimax Crystal or any other Pimax products, check the link down in the description below, you guys. I do have an affiliate link. It obviously does help me out as well, as it saves you a couple bucks. As always, guys, stay safe and healthy. See you in the next one.